Hey Nathan,
Hey, how's it going, man?
doing good. Nathan, how are you today?
Good, thanks, Keith. I'm doing good. I'm doing well.
Fantastic. Good to have you, Nathan. So, how is your day so far?
Yeah, not too bad. I was meant to be busier, but I ended up having a bit more of a relaxed day, which is good. So, how about you? How about yourself, Keith? You having a good day?
It's a wonderful day here, Nathan. And thank you so much for giving me your time today for this interview.
It's my pleasure, man. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So awesome, Nathan. So, Nathan, your 11th studio album, A Wonderful Fall from Grace, is to be out on May 24th. So, would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting and the production that goes behind this new album?
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, we started writing the album about 18 months ago. Dean approached me. I wasn't in the band at the time. Dean approached me and asked me if we wanted to start working on a concept album, which is connecting to her Halo and the epic Sorella Minore. So we'd be doing basically a part three, but we'd be going before her Halo in the storyline. So I said, absolutely, of course. I mean, it's hard to say no when you get to work with professionals such as Dean. And yeah, basically, it was just going through track by track, working out what part of the album it's going to be on, and where it's going to fit in and slot in with the story that we've been telling for almost 10 years now. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We've had a really good time working on this album. It's definitely I think my favorite part has been working through the story itself and actually making this audio book that we've now going to release with the album as well, so people can get the actual story of the tale that we've been telling for so long. So that's been something that's been really special. And obviously, the songs themselves are absolutely phenomenal. And we're so happy with how the album's finished. And yeah, we've also worked with Dave Holly as well, who was, a nice component who added all the keys and intros and all that kind of stuff to the album, which has been really good. And obviously, all the boys as well have put their little bits in. But yeah, it's been phenomenal. We're really pleased with this studio album, and we're really excited for everyone to listen to it.
Fantastic, fantastic. And speaking on the cover art, a fantastic artwork behind this album.
Ah,
So, would you like to tell me
yeah.
the art behind it?
Well, we found it. Oh gosh, I think it was on ArtGrab, which is a website where you can find artists who post up sort of art album stuff. And we found just this guy who was doing all these kinds of different masks, and it kind of it was just the perfect. It just when we saw it, we first thought, wow, that's the perfect picture we needed, and it just falls into place with the story as well. It helped us to build up more of the story. Um, for the audiobook as well. So it kind of tells the tale of Eli wears a mask, and Eli's the main character in the story. Eli wears a mask who then becomes a magician when he wears the mask, and it's like a dark, sinister power that takes over him, and he's able to do these magical feats on stage, and he becomes like the biggest show and performer across the earth kind of thing in this magical world that we've created. So yeah, the mask was just the perfect sort of setup because it was the catalyst that created the character. So it just made sense to have that as the artwork for the album.
Fantastic. And speaking on the album, eight mind-blowing songs, beautifully written, amazing musicianship. As Teramaze is always there is it's out of the boundaries is out of genres. Like it has progressive metal. It has everything blended inside of it, and a perfect outcome on this album. And each and every song beautifully done. Great work from you guys as always. And thank you so much for this amazing album this year. And as a
Oh, it's my pleasure, man. It's yeah. I'm glad you liked it.
band, and as a band, how do you guys feel about the outcome of this album?
Oh, I mean, we're over the moon about it. We didn't expect it to come out as good as it did. I don't know. It's just one of those things, man. We kind of just write. Like it's not something we try to achieve. It's just I mean, specifically with a wonderful fall from grace. This particular album was more like we were obviously trying to achieve a story and concept in mind, which is sort of not as common as for a lot of Teramaze's studio albums. We usually just write and see what happens. And if it starts to feel like it's got like an album sort of concept or an album vibe, then it obviously turns into that. But this album's, I mean, this was a purposeful concept. So it's very like we made sure that everything weaved together into a story that would, you know, craft well with the rest of, you know, the other albums that are based on the same concept. So yeah, I mean, we're obviously very happy with how it turned out. It's been getting a lot of amazing attention and a lot of amazing reviews, and we couldn't be more happy with that. That's exactly what we wanted. So yeah, we're very, very excited to see what the public has to say as well when it comes out this next couple of weeks.
Fantastic, fantastic. And a few weeks back, you released the video for Standing Ovation.
Yes.
Another great song and video. And would you like to tell me the making of this video?
Oh yeah, sure. That's a fun little process. Well, we started off with basically what we wanted for the shots. A lot of the ideas came from stock footage we were looking at for crafting just like small moments within the video, and we knew what we wanted to see, because a lot of the moments that we see in the video are almost like little moments within the story that are in the book, and obviously the audio book as well. And the mirror, the scene where Eli is in the mirror putting his makeup on, that's kind of I mean, story wise, when I crafted the story, when we crafted the story, Eli putting the makeup on, the makeup is actually a reflection of the character that Eli becomes in her halo, which I don't want to reveal too much, obviously, but the mirror scene was when in Standing Ovation, in the actual book, the chapter, he's in his dressing room getting ready, and he's getting mad and yelling at himself, and he's not all there mentally, like, because the mask takes away something from him as he becomes, you know, a bigger performer, which is part of the story as well. And we wanted to capture that chaos, because the song is very heavy and fast and lots of energy. So we wanted to make sure we captured all that and put it into the video as much as possible. And I think we did a pretty good job of that portrayal. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. We obviously did a lot of we got some props and things like that. And yeah, just one of those things where you know what you want to see, and we worked really hard to make sure that was captured within the film clip as much as possible. So when people go to listen to it, they know exactly what they're going to get, and it sort of very much reflects the story that they're going to get with the album as well. So yeah, it was a fun process, man. I love filming film clips. That's probably the funnest part of our job is the filming of the film clips and acting like basically losing yourself within the moment. That's the best part, I reckon. As well as doing live shows as well. That's the best part too.
And are there more videos coming from this album?
Yeah, so we're just about, I think we're going to drop a new song in a couple of days. This one's not as much as I think it's still a music video, but it's more of a behind the scenes kind of shot. So everyone's playing their instruments, I'll be singing in the studio kind of thing. But it's for the next song called Step Right Up, which is the second or third track on the album, not including the intro tracks. It's the second track.
Fantastic. And any big plans on the day of the release?
Well, we're dropping another song, obviously, the day before. But for the release, I don't know. I guess just to relax and see what everyone thinks. Yeah, I don't know. We've got some things going on in the works I can't really confirm just yet. But I mean, for the release itself, man, we're just going to be pumped. We're just going to be looking forward to seeing what everyone thinks of it, and yeah, just lots of high fives.
Fantastic. And any international touring for 2024?
We'll try our best. It's obviously very difficult because we're on the far end side of the pond, being in Australia. But we're gonna try and see what happens. Look, we're definitely gonna make it happen next year. I think that's something that we're all sort of we're itching to do again, because we came back from Europe in October last year, and we're definitely looking forward to doing a lot more overseas because, I mean, everyone seems to love us over there. And I'm not saying they don't love us here, but there's a different kind of fandom over there that we just can't get enough of. So we'll definitely do our best to make that happen. Absolutely.
Fantastic, fantastic. And Nathan, what would be the most uh, important or most special highlight moments for you in Teramaze?
Uh, throughout Teramaze in itself, or
For you?
for me? Oh dear. I think some of the best moments for me. Uh, I mean, it's always when we're on stage playing to the fans. That's definitely always my favorite moments. But going to Prog Power in October last year, I mean, that's a highlight. That's always a big highlight. That we were the headlining performance for the festival, and we got to play an hour and a half of music to some absolutely diehard fans that were there, and they don't get to see us very often. So when we were there, they soaked it up as much as possible. So that's always an amazing experience, and yeah, just always hanging out with the lads is always a good time. That's the best part of my day, best part of the week, is hanging out with the boys in the rehearsal room, doing some jamming, doing some writing. Lots of jokes, man. The jokes are non-stop in the band, so that's always a good part of the day.
And last year you toured along with the band Avatar. So how was the experience with them?
Oh, well, we didn't actually tour. That they came to Australia and they did a tour, but we opened up for them in Melbourne, which was their first ever show in Australia ever. So that was their debut show, and we got to open up for them, which was an absolute pleasure. It was awesome, man. I think that was probably one of the most exciting shows we've done in a very, very long time. There was a lot of obviously they weren't our crowd. There was obviously fans of us in there, but yeah, it was a tough gig, but it was a challenge. But that was the best part because we had to win that crowd in a very short period of time. I think we only had 40 minutes, maybe a little bit more. I think it may have been 45 potentially, but yeah, it was a short gig. And for prog metal, like progressive metal for a 40-minute gig, it's like how many songs can we put in? Like 2 songs. So, I mean, we obviously did our best to keep it nice and sweet and to the point, high energy, because the Avatar fans loved it. But yeah, we worked our butts off to make that gig work. And obviously we filmed it. That's part of the live DVD that you can purchase.
Beautiful. And Nathan, any plans on the merchandise part?
We back.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
They rang me. Yeah, all good. Yeah, someone was trying to ring me and I couldn't mute it. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, so yeah, the Avatar gig was fantastic, and it was definitely a really good gig. Lots of fun. The guys had a great time, and when you watch the video from start to finish, I mean, we had a great time up there. It was awesome. Really, really fun. And far out. If they ever came to Australia, I'd love to open up for them again. Their crowd is crazy good. Very energetic people.
Amazing, amazing. And have you guys planned for some special merchandise to go along with this album?
Oh, absolutely, my man. We've actually been selling these special mega bundles, which come with this is the top tier bundle. This is like big merch stuff, and our fans dig this. Like a lot of our hardcore fans, they really dig this kind of stuff. So we've got these massive mega bundles, which come with the audio book itself, the physical book. Actually, did they get the physical book? I can't remember. No, they don't get the physical book. So they get the PDF to the book, the audio book, the CD, obviously, 2 T-shirts, 2 posters, handwritten lyrics by myself, all the lyrics for the album written by myself, and a Teramaze ring, which was the signet ring that we've got engraved for the fans too. That's one of the bigger bundles. But yeah, we've got a whole bunch of special merch for the fans for this one, just because it's obviously been a long journey for all the hardcore fans who've been with us for so long. This concept's been with them for a long time, so it felt right to sort of have a big merch bundle for them if they're really hardcore fans and they can sink their teeth into some cool stuff that comes with the story as well as the album. So yeah, it was worth it.
Awesome, awesome. And the history of Teramaze goes way back to 1993. So a long way. So how has this journey been for you guys so far?
Yeah, I know. Well, I was born in 1993, so I obviously wasn't there at its origin. But Teramaze actually ended in 2000. So Teramaze was only brought back simply because it was Dean decided to bring it in the same banner. So there was a 12-year gap where Dean was doing pop music and writing for other people and stuff like that. So when he brought Teramaze back, he wasn't bringing back Teramaze. It was almost like he started a new band and just called it Teramaze anyway, which was Anadonia. That was their first album in 2012. So yeah, that's the band now. So from Anadonia onwards is the band now. The band back in 1993, that was a different band, different time, different Dean Wells even. And so yeah, I always see the band just starting in 2012. But you know, I mean, I wasn't there for the origin, so I can't. I'm not. I'm probably the wrong person to talk to.
That's right. And you guys made history back in 2020 to 2021. In a matter of 12 months, you released three full-length albums. Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Oh, ridiculous. Yeah, look, I mean, when you stick people in their homes, in particular Dean, he lives in his studio, man. So that guy just pumped out music like it was going out of style, man. And obviously, like because we're an independent artist, we're an independent band, so we could release stuff whenever we wanted. So we just kept pumping music out, and the fans loved it, man. Apparently, what was the most heartwarming thing to hear when we went to Europe last year was that fans came up to us and said COVID was killing us, but the music you guys were pumping out saved us. And that was like, man, that almost made us cry. It was nuts just hearing that. So it was worth doing, definitely. And if that ever happens again, we'd do it again, no stress. Just pump out more music than ever. Because it's what else can we do? If we can't do anything else, that's what we'll do, man.
Amazing, amazing. And Nathan, finally, any message that you have for the fans around the world?
Oh, I guess just to say thank you so much for the support. We love each and every one of you, and it's an honor and a privilege to be able to write music that you guys listen to every day. And if we're in your favorite bands list, I mean, it's even more amazing. It's kind of mind-boggling to hear that you guys think of us as your favorite band because we're just some guys from Australia that write some music and stuff. So just want to say a big thank you to all the fans and we appreciate you dearly. And yeah, stick with us on our journey and we'll keep providing. It's just something that we can't not do. We have to write music. That's how we survive. That's how we function as human beings. So yeah, all the love in the world from Teramaze because we adore you as much as anything else. So thank you so much.
Amazing, Nathan. And Nathan, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on the show. And thank you for the musical awesomeness over the years and for the new upcoming album on May 24, Eli. A wonderful fall from grace. As I said earlier, a fantastic album, a great work from you guys. I said whole album is totally mind blowing. So thanks for this musical awesomeness. And I'm really hoping to see you guys on the road real soon.
Oh, look, we'll make it happen, man. It's a process. So as soon as we know, we'll let everyone else know. Absolutely. So thank you so much for having me, man. I appreciate your time.
My pleasure, Nathan. Nathan, you have a good day and take care of yourself.
All good. Take care, man. We'll speak soon, I'm sure.
Bye bye.